to live again, free
Then I am your master.
Welcome, everyone, to Pete Norman Court here in the Larry Call Gymnasium on the campus of Highland Community College in Freeport, Illinois. I'm the marvelous one, Marvelous Mark Masters. And I'm joined with the Salt and the Sound, Jim Yeager.
To rule on high as Sultan.
And, of course, the King of the Britons, King Arthur Schmidt.
Arthur, King of the Britons.
And we are here for your Region 4 basketball game tonight between the Lady Highland Cougars and the women's basketball team from Malcolm X. Malcolm X comes into the ballgame at 11-12 on the season. The Cougars at 12-15, so fairly similar matchups. Tail of the tape, 63 points a game for Malcolm X, 61 for Highland. 39 rebounds for Highland, 36 rebounds for Malcolm X. 15 assists for Malcolm X, 13 for Highland, so very, very close. Three-point percentage, almost identical, 23% for Malcolm X, 22 for Highland. Free throw percentage, the Cougars have a 6-point advantage, 65% from the free throw line. Malcolm X 59. That could be what it comes down to tonight. A very close matchup here in the Region 4. The final home game and final home broadcast for your HMC crew here. We appreciate everyone who tuned in throughout the season and hope you come back again next year. Again, HMC, the only place you can watch your Highland men and women streaming live worldwide on the internet here. Of course, we do cover volleyball as well. So next volleyball season, don't be afraid to come back and check it out. We will have a national anthem here. The young Audrey Link is set to go at it again here. She does a fine job, and we will be getting underway here shortly. The first time these two met was back on January the 8th. The Cougars fell by 20, 66-46. And leading the way in that game, Renaya Shirley with 14 points, and Kylie Thomas chipped in with 12. But once again, we are about ready to get going with our national anthem, sung by the young Audrey Link. And then I believe we will jump into the starting lineups, and we will roll here. Once again, our final broadcast, final home game of the season. Unless the Lady Cougars win the Region 4 tournament, they will not be back. So if they do win the Region 4, we'll have the play-in game here, but we'll wait for that. Another great job by Audrey Link. We're getting set for the starting lineups. Unfortunately, again for the Cougars, Tamaya Sago the leader in rebounds and assists for the team in street clothes tonight. So we're going to miss her 10 points a game, as that's tied for second on the team as well. But anyways, we're getting set to go here. So Craig, let's go.
Everybody.
Buckle up, weirdos. This one's going to be a good one.
Na na na, come on. Na na na, come on. Na 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 na, come on. Na na na, come on. Come on, come on.
It's time for your Highland Cougars starting lineup.
Na na na, come on.
At a guard, a 5'5" sophomore from Freeport, number 3, Renaya Shirley.
Na na na, come on. Come on, come on. Na 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 na, come on.
At a forward, a 5'9" sophomore from Stockton, number 10, Morgan Blair.
Na 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 na, come on.
At another forward, a 5'8" freshman from Rockford Jefferson, number 11, Tamara Blackman.
Na na na, come on.
At another forward, a 5'9" sophomore from Eastland, number 15, Sarah Kemple.
Na na na, come on. Come on, come on.
And at the other forward, a 5'10" freshman from Ashton Franklin Center, number 23, Brianna Gunnerman.
Come on, come on.
The Cougars are coached in his first season by Mr. Josh Clave.
I like it.
Regulators, mount up. We're coming.
And we're set to roll here. The Cougars will be moving right to left on your TV screens. Will come out in their home white jerseys with blue letters and numbers trimmed in orange. Malcolm X will come out in their road black jerseys with red letters and numbers trimmed in white. And just like that, we're off and rolling. Malcolm X will control the tip. Number 13, Liberty. Down low, turnaround jumper, no good. Gonnerman will pull down the rebound. My favorite opposing coach here tonight, it doesn't have her name on the roster, which disappoints me, but she is a lot of fun to listen to when she gets upset, which every coach does. And she's very good, though. She has a great team here tonight, and we're going to have to cause fits. Unfortunately, a steal there by Malcolm X. And she'll go the distance for the easy layup. That's Scott, one of the 2 returning sophomores, or at least 2 sophomores on the team. Whether they were here last year or not, I'm not sure. Blackman goes in, going to draw the foul, and she'll go to the free throw line. Rivera will pick up the foul, her first, and Blackman will go to the free throw line. First free throw by Tamara is up and in, and the Cougars are on the board. Yes, this lovely lady for Malcolm X is a great coach, and I love watching her along with the gentleman from Moberly as well. Second free throw up and in. All of them do a very good job, but when they get stressed out from their team is when they're fun to watch, too. Pass inside, no good. Stolen by the Cougars, who lead, or it's tied at 2. They have a chance for the lead. 3 ball on the way, Shirley, no good. 4 10-minute periods. We're tied at 2 here to start. Cougars 24 hours ago were playing on this same gym and beat Wilbur Wright. We'll see if fatigue is any factor at all. Now a steal by the Cougars. See if they can get back on offense. Gonnerman will pull up from the corner. Got it! Brianna Gonnerman for 2, and the Cougars have the lead, and now a steal by Shirley. Is it a 3? Gonnerman launched one, but it'll go out of bounds. Shirley picked up the steal as the Cougars are coming with their full court attack here press-wise. This is a different setup. 3. And now a steal by Blackman. And the ball knocked out of bounds. Cougars could not convert there. But I have noticed throughout the season the Cougars' pressure has done well. And they're back in full court press here tonight. Again, they lead by 2. 8:28 left to go, first period. And Malcolm X will break the pressure easily. And that's Scott leading the way. Down inside, turnaround jumper, no good. Tipped around, and Shirley will come up with it. will fire it up to Blackman, and it'll be knocked out of bounds, but knocked out by Malcolm X, so the Cougars will maintain possession. Gonnerman will take the ball out underneath the Cougars' own basket. Looking, Blair was open, trying to get it inside to Blackman. Not the greatest pass, and she tries the shot, and it is blocked. Malcolm X coming back the other way. Left-handed layup, no good, but the foul has been called, and it'll be called, I believe, on Shirley. Renai is first. Going to the free throw line is Liberty. First free throw, no good. Again, both teams very similar records, similar averages, points, rebounds, and assists a game. Even three-point percentages and free throws are fairly close. Free throw is really the only one that there's quite a few pieces, one to the other here. Free throw good for Liberty. The lead cut to 1. But we'll see if it comes down to free throws. Neither team shoots them particularly well. So hopefully either team puts their best player on the line. Now a steal by Malcolm X. Liberty on the left side here for the layup. She converts. 5-4 now. Malcolm X regains the lead. Now possible jump. No, inside to Kemple. And now this will be a jump ball, and the ball will stay with the Cougars. 7:25 left first period, 5-4. Malcolm X with the early lead. Gonnerman will take it out underneath the Cougar basket. Gets it to Shirley up top. Looking for Blair off a screen. Now come back to Kemple. Gonnerman going to try and drive. Looking for a backdoor cut. It wasn't there. Blackman will dribble herself. Got the layup. Couldn't convert, though. Tough shot, though, as she was amongst the trees, but couldn't convert it. Kick out to Liberty for 3. Looks short. It is, but right back to her. I thought might have took a few steps, but they're going to call the foul beforehand, and that will be on Sarah Kemple, her first. Audrey Sundquist checks in for Kemple. And Kylie Thomas also checks in. Shirley will have a seat. First of 2 free throws for Liberty. She just knocked down 1 of 2. She hits the next one. And the best free throw shooters on the Cougars are Kylie Thomas, 96%, and Morgan Blair at Sarah Kemple at 77, Morgan Blair at 72. Another free throw by Liberty. If it comes down to free throws, those are the Cougars that have the best opportunity to put them in. We'll see here. The lead 3 for Malcolm X. Kylie Thomas with the ball. Over to Blair. Blair looking off a screen now to Sundquist, trying to get the cutter. Blackman was open. Now a bad pass by the Cougars, and it's stolen by Malcolm X. Leading by 3, 6:37 left in the first period. Overstreet will give it back to Liberty. Down inside to Rivera. And Kylie Thomas just comes and takes it away. She's going to go the other distance for the layup. She scores. Kylie Thomas will cut the lead down to 1, 7-6, with 6:13 left to go first period. I'll say the temperatures warmed up this past week. Hopefully the Cougar offense can get warm as well. Now a steal by Highland. Up to Blackman. Will she take it herself? She will. Lays it up and in. Tamara Blackman, 4 points for her, and the Cougars back to the lead, 8-7. 5:45 left to go, and more full court pressure. Overstreet back to Scott, and she'll cross the timeline. Pass inside, a little late, and Blair will knock it out of bounds. Inside, no good. Might have been blocked by Sundquist. Blair will pick it up. Over to Blackman. She's going to drive. Kicks it over. Gonerman. The pump fake. Sundquist. Jumper in the middle. Just short. Cougars still with a 1-point lead with 5:20 left, first period. Region 4 tournament starts on Monday for the ladies. The gentlemen will start on Tuesday. And the Cougars with yet another steal. Up to Blackman. And they're going to call the bump, but she can't convert. But tomorrow we'll go back to the free throw line for more free throws. Liberty will pick up the foul, her first. And an 8-7 lead for the Cougars, and Blackman will go to the line for 2. First one up and in. And the Cougars have their biggest lead of the night, 3 points. And Tamara Blackman knocks it down. Full court pressure again by the Cougars. And Scott will get it on the left side. Malcolm X, good job breaking the pressure. Cougars in their 2-3 zone. Down inside Overstreet, and she'll knock it down. Lead cut back to 1. Pass up over to Blackman. She's looking to drive, will get it over. Jumper by Sundquist, got it! Audrey Sundquist will knock it down. The Cougar lead back to 3. 4:33 left to go, first period. Malcolm X will get it across. Thomas looking for the steal. She does. Gets it to Gonerman. The Cougars have the numbers here. Let's see where they go with it. Brianna will back up. Pull up jumper. No good, but an offensive board by Blackman. And I believe they're going to call a jump, and that ball will go to Malcolm X. 4:10 left to go. Renaya Shirley checks in, and Blair will have a seat. 12-9 Highland. More full court pressure for the Cougars. Liberty stuck now in the corner, but she gets it back. Scott setting up the play. Just under 4 minutes left, first period. Liberty looking for a screen. Now we'll kick it over. Tough play inside, a kick out. 3 ball on the way for Scott, around and out. The Cougars will come down with it. Thomas will push it up to the left to Gonerman. She's going to try and drive baseline. She'll step back and give it over to Thomas. Shirley looking to drive to her left. Shot clock under 10. Thomas, layup attempt, no good. 3:15 left, first period. 3-point lead for the Cougars. Liberty taking her time, going to set the play up. We'll give it over to Scott. Looking. Now dribbling, inside pass, and blocked by Gonerman, but unfortunately an offensive board, and there is a shot clock violation. No one was paying attention, not even myself. 3 new Cougars check in. Bremer, Kemple, and Mitchell. Sundquist, Blackman, and Gonerman will have a seat. Now some full court pressure by Malcolm X. Let's see if the Cougars are ready for it. .247 left to go, first period. Highland with a 3-point lead. Thomas will bring it up now for Highland. Looks like just a man pressure there. Usually get it to your guard and everyone else gets out of the way, as the guard can usually dribble around most of it. Thomas now on the left side. Pull-up jumper short. Gets her own rebound. And we'll kick it out. Bremer trying to get it partially blocked. And here comes Malcolm X. 2:22 left to go first period. Still a 3-point lead for Highland. Once again, stuck in that, and another steal. The Cougars get stuck in that zone where nobody scores. Not even the opponent. Shirley goes down, can't get it, gets her own rebound. Partially blocked, another rebound for Shirley. Bremer will kick it out to Thomas. Thomas, nice ball fake, now back over Mitchell. Back to Thomas. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Mitchell will launch the three. That's short, and it'll go out of bounds. 1:50 left to go in the first period. Still a 3-point lead. Again, we've had this past few games where Highland men and women and their opponent just are frozen offensively, and we just stuck on that. We've been stuck on 12-9 for a bit here. We'll see who's going to crack the code. Scott going to dribble baseline. Tough shot, and she'll knock it down. So the lead down to 1 for the Cougars. Shirley over to Thomas. Kylie over to Mitchell. Mariah will drive, jumper, got it. Mariah Mitchell will knock it down, and the Cougar lead back to 3. 1 minute left to go in the first period, 14-11 Highland. Again, these teams both pretty well even everywhere except free throw shooting. And a steal now by the Cougars. Shirley can take it the distance, will she? She will. No call on the foul, but an offensive board and a bucket by Sarah Kemple. Cougars extend now to a 5-point lead. 37 seconds left to go. Timeout taken, Malcolm X. Once again, 37 seconds left to go. First period, your Cougars with their biggest lead of the night. 5 points. They lead 16-11. This is your HMC broadcast. Stick with us, everyone. We'll be back in a minute. Welcome back. 37 seconds left in the first period here, and your Cougars with the lead, 5-point lead here. 16-11 again in the pregame. The tail of the tape. Everything within a couple points or average points of each other except free throw shooting. The Cougars are 6 points better free throw shooting, so this game could come down to free throws. And if so, Highland's got an advantage there. But we'll see what happens. Liberty of Malcolm X has hit at least 3 out of 4, maybe more. Maybe all 3 or 3, I'm not sure, but she's made at least 3 already, so Malcolm X can hit some free throws too. It all comes down to who's shooting them and whether they go in or not. Malcolm X, more pressure here, and they break it. And that ball knocked out of bounds by Bremer. Nice job by the Cougars. Cougar defense still there. Down to 31 seconds. The Cougars will get a chance here. There's a 7-second difference in the shot clock to the game clock. Liberty will take the ball here. Inside Overstreet. Now inside Rivera kicks out. Jumper on the way. That's a tough name. Onabij, I don't know. But she got the bucket in, and with 10 seconds left to go, the shot clock is off. Cougars trying to get 1 here, and now it's stolen. And with 2 seconds, is Scott going to get it off? She does, and scores it. So just like that, the Cougars had a 5-point lead. It is down now to 1 at the end of the first period. The Cougars still lead, though, 16-15. We'll be back here in a minute. Don't go away, everyone. Welcome back. We're preparing for the second period here. It is 16-15 Highland. Cougars back in, it appears. It will be Blair, Blackman, Gonnerman, Sundquist, and Thomas. Leading the way for the Cougars with 6 points is Blackman. Highland will control here to start the second period. Gonnerman over on the right side. Cougars reverse it over to Blair. Almost lost it. Morgan will get it down to Blackman as she drives a little too far under the basket to Sundquist. With 3 on the shot clock, no good, but Blackman got it off. Malcolm X on a 4-0 run here as they try to take the lead back. Been a while since they've led in the ball game. Down low to Overstreet, not a great pass to Rivera. She's on the ground and gets it to Overstreet. Everyone's screaming travel, but Thomas will come up with the steal. She's going to go in with the left hand or left side and score it. Kylie Thomas knocks it down and back to a 3-point lead for the Cougars. And the ball knocked out of bounds, but off of, I believe, number 0 had it in her hands and unfortunately bounced it out of bounds. So the Cougars will get the ball back, a chance to get back to a 5-point lead, which they had not that long ago. They led 16-11 with a few seconds, about 30 seconds left. Inside Thomas, and she's going to draw the foul. And she's the Cougars' best free throw shooter by percentage. Scott will pick up the foul, her first. And Kylie Thomas will go to the free throw line for Highland. 18-15, Highland with the lead, 8:48 left to go in the first half. And our free throw's up and in. 5 points at the moment for Kylie. Second free throw up and in. So the lead is 5 once again for the Cougars. Jumper, good. Rivera knocks down the long jumper. Cuts the lead back to 3, 20-17 Highland. Blair on the right side, looking for a screen. She's going to go up, and the ball will be knocked out of bounds by Malcolm X. Gonnerman will take the ball out for the Cougars. Throw it up top to Blackman. Good ball movement over to Brianna on the left side. Looking for a screen. Sundquist way outside, trying to get it inside. Blackman's there. Now they get it to her, but she wasn't ready for it, unfortunately. And Malcolm X will pick up the steal. Nice pass down low. Overstreet couldn't control it, and the ball will be out of bounds. Turned back over to the Cougars. Overstreet was wide open and a great pass by Liberty, but Overstreet just couldn't put the clamps on it, and it goes out of bounds. 8 minutes left in the half. Still a 3-point lead for Highland. Thomas was trying to get a pass off to Blair, but a miscommunication. And unfortunately, Thomas had to travel with it, which is better than throwing the bad pass, and the team gets on the fast break and possibly scores a layup. So just under 8 minutes left. Still a 3-point lead for Highland, 20-17. Looking inside for Overstreet, up off the glass. Tough looking shot, but it goes down. It snuck right in off the side of the rim there and bounced right in. So good shot by her. Lead down to 1 for Highland. Thomas is going to drive. The ball will be knocked out of bounds. Will stay with Highland. Gonnerman will take the ball out once again. Cougars leading by 1. We'll get it to Sundquist. Now up top, Blair. Thomas is left open for 3, and it's long. Malcolm X coach wasn't happy with that set as they gave up the open three. Cougars just didn't make it. So, I thought that one went in, but I guess not. The Cougars will come up with it. Kemple will check in for Sundquist. And I believe Malcolm X will get the ball down here. Must have went out off a Cougar. Cougars had the rebound, but unfortunately lost it out of bounds. 7:09 left in the half. Still a 1-point lead. And Zero will pull up the jumper, no good. Rebound by Kemple. Thomas to Blackman, and unfortunately intercepted by Malcolm X. Blackman goes down hard, but she's all right, I believe. Jumper, no good. Kemple will come up with another rebound. She had 14 last night. Rebound, she's got 3 right now. I believe we're going to get a foul called on 5. That's Scott. That's her second. Shirley will check in. Blackman will have a seat. She appears to be all right as she fell over with the collision when the Cougars lost the ball. Mariah Mitchell checks back in. Thomas will have a seat. So the Cougars got Kemple, Shirley, Mitchell, Gonnerman, and Blair in. Leading still by 1. 6:42 left to go in the half. Shirley over to Mitchell. Mitchell, pull up jumper. Oh, rounded out. Now tipped around, and Rivera will lose it out of bounds. No, I thought Rivera maybe had hit it. They're going to say it was Blair, so Malcolm X will get the ball back. Still a 1-point lead for Highland. 6:26 left to go in the half. Liberty now over to Scott. Still in with 2 fouls and tipped away by Kemple. Blair trying to hustle the official there, making him think it was a Cougar ball. It was not. Malcolm X looking, tries to get it inside. The ball looks like to be stolen again. Kemple had it, and they're going to say jump ball, and the ball will stay with Malcolm X. Possession changes on 2 opportunities, usually a jump ball or the start of a period. There's probably some more in there that I'm not remembering, but nonetheless, a few too many steps there by Rivera, and Malcolm X will turn the ball over. And I believe that was a delay of game for just setting the ball down. Cougars still with a 1-point lead as we're still stuck on 20-19. Just under 6 minutes left to go in the half. Shirley picks up her dribble and a bad pass over to Blair, and she lost it out of bounds, so the Cougars will turn it over again. Again, now they need to step it up on defense to get the stop because they still have the 1-point lead. We've been stuck on that for a while. Inside pass, Garcia for 2, no good. Kemple with another rebound. It's her 4th. And they're going to call a jump ball on it. And the ball will go to the Cougars. Officials calming down what could be a little bit of upsetness, I guess, if that's even a word. But doing a good job keeping the girls calm. As sometimes it gets heated. And unfortunately for Scott, that's her 3rd foul. She wasn't happy with that, but she's still in the game. She's got to be substituted here with 5:34 left in the second period. And at the moment, she's not, so she's staying in there. If I'm a Cougar, I might want to take it towards her. If you get the ball with her, you might get her 4th. Again, Michael Hooper fouled out in the first half here. Back in 96, the Cougars lose the ball, and then we'll come back with it. Inside to Kemple, and now the ball tipped away and stolen. Scott And they're going to be a foul on Morgan Blair, trying to get back in time. She could not draw the charge. It'll be her first. .5:11 left to go, first half, actually. 20-19 Highland. I don't keep track of what time the score becomes the score, but they've both been stuck on that for a while. First free throw up and in for Scott, and we're tied at 20. This could be the first time Malcolm X has led since I believe it was 5-4. And that was earlier in the first period. Second free throw up and in. Malcolm X goes back to the lead, 21-20. The Cougars will bring it up. They've led by as many as 5. Malcolm X, I believe, by only 2 each time. Kemple, nice move. And is bumped, but no call. And they're going to say out of bounds to Malcolm X. Last night's officials were all over the place, and there was lots of fouls called everywhere. Not as much tonight. Cougars had one player foul out, several of them with 3 and 4, very few with 2 or less. A nice tip away by Kemple, so the Cougars get the steal. Shirley going to go down with the left-hand layup, and she'll knock it down. Renaya Shirley on the scoreboard, her first bucket, and the Cougars back in front. 4:33 left to go in the first half. Pass way over, and a good job by Garcia. And she is fouled, and she'll go to the free throw line. Mariah Mitchell will pick up the foul, her first. 22-21. Highland with the lead. Garcia to the line for some free throws. First one up and in. I don't know why I look at these numbers. The free throws for both teams, very solid. Highland hasn't missed one, and I don't think Malcolm X has missed many, if any. Second free throw up and in. But yeah, for 59% as a team, Malcolm X is doing quite well, and so are the Cougars. So they've pulled Scott off defending the ball just so that she doesn't pick up her fourth. She is still in the game with 3 fouls here. And a steal by Malcolm X with a 1-point lead with 4 minutes left in the second quarter. Another steal by Kemple. And wisely, they're going to call Shirley with the foul. Blair could not convert. Shirley has her second foul, unfortunately. Gonnerman Blair will have a seat as Thomas and Blackman check back in. More full court pressure by the Cougars. 3:46 left. 23-22 Malcolm X. Said from the start, this is a very even matchup. And we'll see what it comes down to. A tough pass and stolen by Mitchell. A long baseball pass hung up in the air way too long, and Mitchell took it away. There's been a lot of steals. Unfortunately, the Cougars throw the ball away. Cougars have gotten many steals here in the first half, as Malcolm X has been a little sloppy with their passes. Rivera tries to get it down Garcia. Underneath the basket, she'll lose it, and another steal by the Cougars. Now it's 3-on-2. Blackman unfortunately couldn't get rid of it in time. She'll get it to Shirley. Shirley takes it right to her. Again, if you got a chance to go against Scott, if they're going to leave her in, she could pick up foul number 4. And then she's really going to sit, or at least she should. Liberty now. Nice pass to Rivera up off the glass. No good, but we'll tip it out. And she'll get it back. Jumper, not a good shot, but it goes to the Cougars. 5th rebound for Kemple. 2:45 left. The Cougars still have a chance to shoot for the lead here. Inside pass, Kemple. She gets an opening, and she's mugged. And she'll go to the foul line. Liberty got a lot of arm there. Good call by the official. Second foul for Liberty. Kemple will go to the free throw line again. Sarah, one of the better free throw shooters for the Cougars. Bremer checks in as Shirley has a seat. Kemple, a chance to give the Cougars back the lead. Her first free throw, no good. And Sarah shoots 77%. It's a first miss for the Cougars tonight. One more free throw coming. And she missed them both. So Malcolm X dodges the bullet there. Liberty will hand off to Scott. Still in the game with 3 fouls. Dribbling baseline will kick out. Scott for the 3. Looks short, it is. But an offensive board. And Cougars still trying to get it. Blackman came up with it. And now the Cougars are moving. Still trailing by 1. Kemple going to try and drive. And they're going to call, I believe, a block on Overstreet. .209 left to go. We haven't officially said it yet, but it... Yeah. Overstreet's first foul. Kemple going back to the free throw line. With 2:09 left, still 23-22. Sarah's first one, missed 3 in a row here. Sarah struggling. But it only takes 1 to tie the ball game back up. Second free throw, rounding out. A rare 4 free throw miss for Sarah. But still only trailing by 1 with just over 2 minutes left to go in the half. Scott will pull up. No good, but an offensive board by Rivera, and she'll put it back in. Biggest lead, I believe, of the night. Now a steal by Overstreet. 3-point lead for Malcolm X. Liberty going to try and dribble baseline. A running one-hander. She'll pick up the foul. But a foul on the play for the Cougars. And it'll be on Sarah Kemple, her second. Kemple will have a seat as Sundquist checks in for her. Cougars got Thomas, Bremer, Blackman, Mitchell, and Sundquist in. 1:34 left to go in the first half. Liberty's first free throw off the back iron. I believe they're going to call somebody from Highland in too quickly. Gonnerman will check in as Bremer will have a seat. First free throw, up and in. So Liberty takes the advantage of the extra free throw. And a 4-point lead for Malcolm X. Second free throw up and in. So now a 5-point lead. Both teams have led by 5. Let's see if the Cougars can come back and close the gap. 1:28 left to go in the half. Thomas over to Blackman. Over to Gonnerman. Pull-up jumper, short. Liberty will bring the ball up. She'll step back. Just over a minute left to go in the half. Scott, nice ball fake. Up, no good. Gonnerman will pull down the board. Her second. And now if the Cougars can push it, they can get down the court quickly. Mitchell has it, but Malcolm X will get back in time. Pull up by Gonnerman, no good. 45 seconds left to go in the half. Cougars have been stuck on 22 for a while. Only 6 points in this second period for the Cougars. Liberty now over. Scott inside. Overstreet will knock it down and get the and one free throw coming. 29-22, Malcolm X. Again, the Cougars have been stuck on 22 for a while. I believe it's a 9-point run, or a 10-point run for Malcolm X. Free throw in, one, no good. Blackman will bring it up. Jumper by Thomas. It must have been blocked as it was way short. 17 seconds left to go. Shot clock is off. Rivera will go over. Nice pass back to Rivera, but she can't convert. Sundquist will pull down the rebound. The Cougars will push it up with 5 seconds. Blackman, tough shot, not going to get the call, and that will end the first half. So a cold second period for the Cougars as they only score 6 points, and at the break they trail 29-22. Scoring as follows: Kaylee Thomas with 6 points, or Kylie Thomas. 2 points for Shirley, 2 points for Sundquist, 6 for Blackman, 2 for Kemple, 2 for Gonnerman, and 2 for Mitchell. Good for 22 first half points. We'll be back here in 15 minutes for the second half. Stick with us, everyone. Welcome back here. We're about ready to start the second half here with the third period. 7-point lead for the Malcolm X Ball Club here. Again, 29-22 again. Very even matchup. 11-12 Malcolm X against 12-15 Highland. Not the greatest seasons either one of them wants, but hey, they're here, and you got to play a game. You want to win it. And like I said, the tail of the tape, very close as far as average rebounds. Everything down to free throws is the biggest deficit, which is a 6-point advantage for the Cougars. But both teams shooting free throws very well as well tonight. So we'll see what happens here. The Cougars have been stuck on 22 for a while. And hopefully, like I said, it's warming up outside. The Cougars need their offense to heat up here. And hopefully in the third period, we can do that. Only 6 points in the second period altogether after 16-point outburst in the first period. Cougars now will be moving left to right on your TV screens. And we'll start out with Malcolm X controlling as we get underway here in the third period. Starters appear to be back out again. And one player of note, Scott, number 5 for Malcolm X with 3 fouls. She played through the rest of that. Didn't pick up number 4, which I was kind of shocked that coach let her in, but she did a good job, and so far it's paid off. And as long as she doesn't pick up number 4 here right away, Scott should be all right for a while. Trying to get it down low, Rivera will kick it out top, over street, back inside. Garcia up off the glass, no good, but a big rebound there, still no good. Now the Cougars come up with it, 4th rebound for Blackman. And unfortunately, I believe bounced it off her knee, and they're gonna say white? I guess so. So the Cougars get lucky there, and they catch a break. And Shirley will take the ball back up top for Highland. Picks up her dribble, not a great time. Blair has it, good cutting inside by Blackman. She'll go up. Will she get called for a travel or a foul? I think it was a travel. And they're going to call it on Blackman and just teed up somebody. It might have been Blackman as well. I'm not sure. It looked like there was a technical called. So Blackman picks up the personal and the technical, which gives her 2, and now a 2-shot penalty, and Rivera will be the one shooting him. Thomas set to check in, most likely for Blackman. First free throw up and in. And I believe, yes, we put the score on with the wrong team here. It should be 30-22. Second free throw up and in. Blackman will have a seat as Thomas checks in for. Now the ball out of bounds for Malcolm X. They lead now by 8. Or excuse me, it's now 9, 31-22. Cougars still stuck on 22. I believe it was 22-19. And then the ice cold spell started. Cougars got to find a way to get off it. Ball knocked out of bounds. They're going to say it was off Rivera. So the Cougars will get the ball back here. 9:08 left to go in the third period. Still trailing 31-22. Thomas will bring the ball up. Cougars lost by 20 back on January the 8th. They've kept it close for the majority of this ballgame so far and led by 5 on several occasions. Bad pass by the Cougars, intercepted by Malcolm X. Garcia will get it to Liberty. Liberty will get the foul called, and she'll go back to the free throw line. Liberty shot several free throws. She's made already 5. She has a chance to make 2 more. Thomas will pick up the foul, her first. But Liberty will go back to the free throw line. First free throw for Liberty, up and in. That's the 6th made free throw by Liberty. I have no idea how many she's taken, but she's made at least 6. Has a chance for 7, a 10-point lead now for Malcolm X. And she'll knock them both down. Mariah Mitchell checks in for Thomas. Now some full court pressure. Gonnerman will bring the ball up for Highland. Shirley looking to drive baseline. Up with the left hand, no good. Tipped around by Shirley, but Malcolm X will come down with it. Rivera running the floor well for a taller player. And she'll take the three. This one's off to the right, but Gracia there for the opening or the offensive board in the bucket. And the Cougars still stuck on 22 points as the lead increases now to 13 for Malcolm X. Trying to backdoor cut to Mitchell and got it too far in front of her and out of bounds. I believe a timeout will be taken by Highland. Yes, 8:09 left to go in the third period. The Cougars still stuck on 22 points as they trail now 35-22 to Malcolm X. Want to watch more? Stick it right here on HMC. .09 left to go in the third period. 35-22 Malcolm X. Cougars need a shot of adrenaline or something in the arm here for offense. Liberty will bring the ball up for Malcolm X. Inside, Garcia got the layup. Now a 15-point lead for Malcolm X. Shirley on the right side. She likes to go left. Got it blocked by Liberty. Up to Scott. Pass inside. Overstreet can't convert, but nobody there to get the defensive board. And there's Rivera for the board in the bucket. That is a Achilles heel for the Cougars. They have failed to, or we'll just say they struggle keeping the teams off the offensive boards. Mitchell now at the top of the key here, trailing by 17 as they're still stuck on 22. Three Cougars checking in. Bremer, Thomas, and Sundquist. Blair, Shirley, and Kemple will have a seat. Gonnerman will get it to Mitchell. Bremer now in the corner for Thomas. They wanted the three attempt, but it was denied. Now back to Kylie. She'll take the long two, and we'll catch some rim, so we'll keep going. Malcolm X going to push it up to Liberty, and she's got the easy layup. 41 still to 22. Cougars just stuck on 22 here. They need something. Any kind of points here. Free throws, three-pointer, regular layup, anything. Cougars need something as their offense has just hit a brick wall. Shot clock down to 5. Sundquist got to get it off. Somebody's got to shoot it here. Thomas does and knocks it down. So a big offensive lift there as the Cougars finally get off 22 points. But now they're still trailing 41-24, just over 6 minutes to go in the third. Malcolm X can take some time off the clock. Liberty over to Overstreet. Pull-up jumper, knocks it down. Offense starting to click for Malcolm X as their lead is 19 with 5:48 left to go. in the third period. Again, final broadcast for HMC this season. We thank everyone who's watched over the season and hope you all come back next year as well. Thomas all the way over. Mitchell threw her hand, and it's going to say out of bounds and back to Malcolm X. 5:30 left. 43-24 Malcolm X. Again, it was 22-19 towards the end of the second period, and Malcolm X went on a huge run. I don't know the specifics yet, but the Cougars just broke it and got to 24 points. Down low, another offensive board. Players all over the place. Garcia shot no good, and another offensive board by Scott. She'll pull up, I think, along two. Mitchell will pull down the rebound. So we got 5 minutes left in the third period. This has been a dismal offensive quarter. Gonnerman for three. No good. Thomas had it. Bremer had it. Still has it. It's all over. And Bremer will... Is it going to be a jump ball or somebody call a timeout? Or I did not see an official sign, so someone must have did it, and I didn't see it. Kemple checks in. Mitchell will have a seat. Gonnerman has it for the Cougars, and it must have been a jump ball. Trying to get it in. Sundquist. Pull-up jumper. No good. She'll get her own rebound up off the glass. No good. Another rebound for Sundquist. Ball all over the place, and the Cougars can't convert. Now a steal by Highland. Gonnerman will hand off to Thomas. Running one-hander. Got it. And one. Kylie Thomas knocks it down. That's her 10th point of the evening. And she's got an and one free throw coming. Once again, the best free throw shooter on the Cougars at 96%. And she's got a chance to tack on an extra point here. 10 points again for Kylie on the evening. Again, final home game for the ladies here in our final broadcast. Up and in on the free throw, now 11 points. 43-27, 2:45 or 4:25. Get my numbers all over here. Left to go in the third period. Again, Scott picked up her third foul about midway through the second period and hasn't picked one up since, so she's done a great job staying away from the foul trouble. She's going to launch a three now. Got it. Lead back up to 19 as we get across the 4-minute mark here, left in the third. Gonnerman on the left side looking for a cutting Thomas. Got it too far in front of her, and it'll go out of bounds. (46-27). Malcolm X will slowly bring the ball up. They have no need to rush. Inside Gracia. Not a great pass, but she corrals the ball in time. Back to Liberty, over. Down low, back to Gracia again. Jumper for Overstreet. It's short. And Sundquist will pull down the board. Her 5th of the night. Ball now stolen. I'm not sure what the official is calling. I'm not sure what it is, but they're calling white ball. I thought Malcolm X had the steal. Okay. The King of the Britons has spoken, and he believes it was over and back on Malcolm X, which would make sense because they were close. But either way, the Cougars got the ball back inside Sundquist. Audrey, jumper, no good. Just over 3 minutes to go in the third. Still a 19-point lead for Malcolm X. Liberty on the left side. Almost stolen by Thomas. Almost stolen. Cougars had plenty of steals in the first half. They haven't got as many in the second. Bremer will pull down the rebound now. A steal. And that jumper is off. And Sundquist, I thought Sundquist saved it out of bounds. which would have given the ball back to Malcolm X. The official thought differently, so the Cougars get the ball back. 2:37 left, third period, still trailing by 19. Gunnerman now on the left side looking for a screen. Tries to get it down low, but way too high. And the Cougars turn it over again. Malcolm X with several tall players. Cougars can't quite match up height-wise, although Sundquist does go 6'1". Overstreet will pull up for the jumper and miss it. Almost had her own rebound, but it goes out of bounds off her. Cougars will get the ball back. Morgan Blair set to check in. 2:08 left to go in the third period. Bremer will have a seat. 46-27. Only 5 points here in the third period. Cougars have only scored 11 since the first period. So their offense definitely needs a shot at something. But with 1:56 left to go in the third, Malcolm X's offense has found its stride and has a 19-point lead. Blair will get it to Thomas. Over to Gonnerman. Sundquist looking for it inside, can't get it to her. Blair over to Kemple. Looking inside, they get it to Sundquist, and the shot clock violation. No one knowing how much time was left. I didn't either. But unfortunately, took too long, and they turn it back over to Malcolm X. Minute and a half left to go in the third period. Garcia now kicks it over. Rivera, bad pass at her feet, and Thomas will come up with the steal. Thomas, tough layup, but she knocks it down. 13 points now for Kylie. 1:08 left to go in the third period. And the Cougars had the lead 16-15 after one, and only 13 points here in the second, the rest of the game. Foul down low on Morgan Blair, and that basket will count. Rivera will knock down the ball or the basket and now has the and one free throw. 58 seconds left to go in the third. The and one free throw up and in. Gonnerman looking in to Sundquist, back to Brianna. She'll kick it over. Blair gonna drive. All the way over. Kemple for a long two. No good. 35 seconds left to go. Garcia all the way up. Shot no good. Gonnerman will pull it down. Shot clock is off. We're down to 20 seconds left to go in the third period. Kemple up top to Gonnerman. Three ball on the way. Blair, no good. Cougar offense still struggling with 7 seconds left to go. Scott with 3. 2. She's got to let it go. She does. There's going to be no call, but that's the end of the third period. 20 points for Malcolm X in the third period. The Cougars only with 7, and that's the difference. 49-29. What was a 7-point lead is now a 20-point lead. We'll be back here. 4 fingers up for the fourth period. Stick with us, everyone. Welcome back. Fourth period about to get underway here. What I thought was going to be a closer game, unfortunately, the Cougar offense again ran into a brick wall there in the second and third period, only scoring 13 points in those two periods combined, and they trail now by 20, 49-29. Malcolm X will start with the ball here in the fourth period. Again, final broadcast for your Highland Cougars on this season. Unless the ladies win the Region 4 tournament next week in Triton, that will be it. Turnaround jumper for Rivera, got it. Three ball, Morgan Blair, no good. The tip, Gonnerman will come up with it. And I believe there's going to be a foul called on Gracia. It's a second foul on Gracia. 51-29, Malcolm X, 9:28 left to go in the ballgame. Gonnerman will take the ball out for Highland. Looking, we'll get it to Blair. Morgan picks up her dribble and now is stuck in the corner. And gonna unfortunately throw it away, and the Cougars will turn it back over to Malcolm X. Scott on the right side, now back Rivera. Looking inside, Gracia. Easy layup, and she'll knock it down. Mitchell now looking for Thomas. Kylie, tough shot. Can't get it to fall. And now a steal by the Cougars. Up to Gonnerman. Brianna, nice pass right to Kemple. And the layup. Scott to Rivera, no good. Mitchell will pull down the board. Pass up to Gonnerman. And she'll pull up and miss it, but right there's Blair for the board. She can't convert, though. Ball will go out of bounds. It appears will stay with the Cougars. Kemple. Sarah for three, short. .734 left in the ballgame, 53-31. Gracia will get the loose ball and knock it down. Mitchell back to Gonnerman. Thomas, tough shot, gets the foul called. Can't convert, and she'll go to the free throw line. Liberty will pick up the foul, her third. Shirley checks in. Sundquist will check in. Kemple will have a seat. Blair also had a seat. Kylie Thomas to the line for two. First one up and in. That was Kylie's fourth free throw. She has one more coming. 7:07 left to go. First one she's missed, but almost gets a rebound to Gonnerman. Got it. Gonnerman will knock it down. I'm not sure what the stoppage of play was, but no big deal. 7 minutes left to go in the ballgame. 55-34, Malcolm X. Liberty now in the corner, now down low. Overstreet. Lost the ball, will kick it back. Jumper, no good. Shirley will come down with the rebound, her fourth. Thomas looked for the three. She's going to go around her man. Up and can't convert, though. Tough to get the rebound with Rivera in there at 6'1". Pass right into feet of Scott, but she'll control. 6:20 left in the game. Nice pass down low to Overstreet. She can't convert it, though, and a tip. And they're going to call a foul on a Cougar here. Appears it'll be Mitchell, her second. And number 0, I just don't want to butcher it, will come to the line. That's a tough name to pronounce. And she's got 2 free throws. The first one is off to the left. .616 left to go in the ballgame. 55-34, Malcolm X. Again, Region 4 tournament for the ladies will start on Monday with quarterfinal games. Missed free throw, but right there for the offensive board once again is Malcolm X. And now the Cougars get the ball, and a foul called on 0. That's her first. .55-34. But the only way HMC will have one more broadcast, the Highland Lady Cougars have got to win the Region 4 tournament, and then the play-in game will be held here. That's only if the Cougars win. It'll be at the Region 4 winners' home. So whoever wins it will host the play-in game. So that could be the Cougars. Inside to Sundquist. I believe they're going to call Rivera, for a foul. That'll be Rivera's second. Still 55-34. 5:48 left to go. Mitchell launches a three. Short. And out of bounds, so it will go back to Malcolm X. Liberty will bring the ball up for Malcolm X. Down low, Rivera. I believe a block. Looked like Sundquist got part of the ball there. Shirley, nice pump fake and a drive. And we'll lose the ball out of bounds, so I believe it will stay with Highland. Gonnerman will take the ball out for the Cougars. Right underneath us in the universally known Jim Yeager balcony. We'll get it to Shirley up top, now to Mitchell. She'll skip it over to Gonnerman. Thomas looking to drive. Reverse layup, got it! Tough shot, but Thomas knocks it down. That's 16 points for her. She's tied for the team lead at averaging 12 a game with Shirley. Under 5 minutes to go in the ball game. 55-36, Malcolm X. Taking their time. Nice pass inside, Overstreet for the layup. 10 points now for Overstreet. 21-point lead for Malcolm X with 4:34 left to go in the ball game. Mitchell to Gonnerman. Shirley steps back. Shot clock at 10. Ball knocked away by Overstreet, and she'll pick up the steal. She'll go the distance, lays it up, no good. But Scott with the rebound and the bucket. 4 minutes left to go in the ball game. Inside, turnaround jumper. Nice job by Sundquist. Her 4th point of the evening. Garcia on the right side. Over to Scott, down low, Rivera. Thomas trying to get the steal away from her, but leaves Scott open for 3, and she'll knock it down. Only the second 3 made of the whole night for either team. Both 3s were made by Malcolm X. 3 ball by Shirley, no good. And timeout taken by Malcolm X. 3:16 left to go in the ball game. Malcolm X in control. They lead 62-38. We'll be back here in a minute. This is your HMC broadcast. Don't go away, everyone. .316 left to go in the ballgame. 62-38 Malcolm X. Malcolm X will control. Again, the Lady Cougars start on Monday with the quarterfinals in Triton of the Region 4 tournament. They need to win it to get back here for another broadcast for HMC. It's going to be a tough shot, but they've done it before. Rivera knocks it down. 64-38, 2:45 left to go as Thomas will bring it across the timeline. She's got a layup opportunity. Tough shot. It couldn't go down, though. Scott will control for Malcolm X, directing traffic, looking inside. And why not? They got 2 big players that can score. And Rivera with the offensive board. Turnaround jumper. She doesn't convert it this time. Sundquist will pull down her 6th rebound, and I believe they'll get a foul on Overstreet for over the back. It's her 2nd foul. Kemple checks in as Mitchell has a seat. Shirley has a seat as Bremer is back in. Morgan Blair checking back in as well, and Gonerman will have a seat. Sundquist to the line for some free throws here. She'll be shooting 2. 4 points on the evening for Audrey. Her first free throw, no good. Second free throw off to the left of me and rebounded by Malcolm X. Blair almost with the steal, but a great pass. Now a 2-on-1 break and a nice pass down low, but they missed the layup, and Sundquist with another rebound, her 7th. We're just over 2 minutes left. Blair gonna drive, tough play. Does she get the bucket and the foul? I believe she does. Basket is good for Morgan Blair. Foul on Overstreet, her 3rd, or I believe her 4th according to the scoreboard. Morgan Blair with a chance with the and 1 free throw. And it is up off the back iron, tipped, and Kemple will come up with it. So the Cougars a chance to get some more points on the board. They trail by 24. Blair for 3, no good. This one just short. And Malcolm X will come up with it. Cougars got a lot of steals in the first half, not quite as many in the second. And of course, their offense struggled in the second and third periods. 1:30 to go in the ball game, 64-40. Almost a steal by Sundquist, but Garcia will control over to Liberty. Shot clock down to 3. Scott with a pull-up jumper, pushed it off to the left side, and they'll go out of bounds. So 1:13 left to go in the ball game. Cougars still trail by 24. Final broadcast, unless the ladies pull off a Region 4 upset and win it, this will be our last broadcast for HMC for the season. So with 1 minute left to go in the ball game, 64-40. Kemple will take the ball out for the Cougars. They're going to call a foul on Garcia. That should be her third. .53 seconds left. Thomas back to the free throw line. This will be her free, I believe if it's 2 free throws, it'll be free throw 6 and 7. I don't believe there's bonus anymore, at least for the ladies. They go straight to shooting 2. First one, up and in. Five of 6 on the evening for Thomas. She's got one more coming. Good for 17 points. And she knocks them both down. So again, we're under a minute to play here. 64-42 Malcolm X. The second and third period killed the Cougars as they scored only, I believe it was 13 points total in the 2 quarters. Ball on the floor. Now the Cougars with the steal. And knocked out of bounds, but it will stay with Highland. And a steal by Malcolm X and a pass, bad pass, should be left go, and it does go out of bounds, and it'll be back to the Cougars. 31 seconds left. Thomas will bring it up now. Jumper, no good. Audrey had it. Audrey went down. I think somebody fell on her ankle. But she's going to try and walk it off. But with 21 seconds left, Cougars still trailing 64-42. Malcolm X does not need to get a shot off, so they might just run it right out. Down to 10. They try to get it inside. A steal by Sundquist. And a layup at the buzzer will not go. But the final score is 64-42. Cougars fall in their final home game of the season. Again, they need to win the Region 4 to get another shot back here. But that's a tall task. Falling to 12-16 on the season. We'll be back in a minute with some post-game stats, and we'll bring you a short update of what's to come. We'll be back in a minute. Stick with us, everyone. Welcome back. Final score 64-42. Malcolm X with the Region 4 win. Scoring goes as follows. Renaya Shirley, 2 points, 4 boards. Audrey Sundquist, 4 points, 7 rebounds. Morgan Blair, 2 points, 2 boards. Tamara Blackman, 6 points, 3 boards. Sarah Kemple, 4 points, 6 rebounds. Brianna Gonnerman, 4 points, 4 boards. Mariah Mitchell, 2 points, 3 boards. My Cougar of the game is fairly easily tonight. Kylie Thomas, 18 points and 3 rebounds here in the final home game for your Highland Cougars. Again, for the Salt and the Sound, Jim Yeager, the King of the Britons, King Arthur Schmidt, and of course the Marvelous One. We thank you all for watching this season here on HMC, and we hope you come back next year. Good night, everyone.